Hello everyone, and on this video we're going to practice a little bit. We are going to repeat everything we already learned, and let's build kind of a room. I will create a plane and scale it. And I will also create a cube, and I will try to make some kind of a armchair from this cube. And one thing I want to show you right now is that we have not only our regular view but also a smooth subdivided view. If we will press 3 on the keyboard, Maya will give us a subdivided view. That's not the actual subdivision, but only a view, only a preview. So in this preview, our object is smoothed and subdivided 2 times. So each poly subdivides 2 times, and from one poly we are getting 16 this way. And we also, if we will press 2 on the keyboard, we will get this view where we see our object subdivided, but we also see a bounding box of our object. So that's generally a most common practice when you are working with the objects which you are going to subdivide, is to use subdivided preview, and I'm going to change these views quite often. So we will need to press 1 or 3 to get one of these views. And also for this cube, I will go to its channel box and inputs, and let's add some actual subdivisions. So I will add 12 on each axis. I think it is going to be enough for me, and I will go to vertex component, and I want to select everything from the top view. So I will go to the top view, and I will select the inside part of my future armchair, and I will leave 2 rows of vertices on the outside of this chair, and I will go to perspective. And now, since we selected everything through, we can scale this selected part, and we will get this kind of a look. And let's also move this part a little bit down, so it will remind a chair a little bit more. I will go back to object mode, and now we can use our smooth preview to check how our object will look smooth, and I will also snap its origin. So I will hold D and V to snap my origin to lower vertex, and I will use X to snap the whole object to the floor. Or you can use B instead, it doesn't matter too much, because they're staying actually on the same plane. I mean the grid and the plane. So from this chair, we're going to make a couch. And I will duplicate this object. And let's go to the components. And let's go to the top view. So here I will use vertices again, and I will select half of my object, and I will move this half of the object apart from the other part, and we will have this kind of a object. And we can of course smooth them by pressing 3 on the keyboard. Doesn't look too bad already. So the next thing I want to do is to rotate these objects a little bit. And I also want to create a little table. So for this table I will use our primitives. It is going to be cylinder and the cube. And to model my table I want to hide the objects, so I will select them and press H. And it will be easier for us to model the table. If we want to unhide this object, we can select them in Outliner and press Shift H. So I will hide them, and let's create a cube. I will scale it on the Y-axis and enlarge it a little bit. Something like that will do. And I will create a cylinder, scale it, and of course I want my cylinder to stay on the floor, so I will go to the pivot mode, D, V, and snap to the lowest vertex, and snap the object to the floor. And I will go to the front view or right view to adjust the cube, the position of the cube. And I will duplicate the legs of the table a couple of the times. We don't need to be precise here. It's just a small practice for us. I will unhide my couch and the armchair, and I also want to group my table, so Ctrl G, and now I can move it as a whole. And probably it will be a good idea to make it a little bit longer, but I don't want to scale occur on the y-axis, so I will use a green square. And I think our simple scene is ready. And on the next lessons we are going to learn Modeling Toolkit.